Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Inspiring You Show. I'm Henry, and this, my friends, is vibrational experience. Remembering of the truth of who we are. Content is light encoded to assist you on your journey if you wish to receive for your highest good. All right, friends, we're going to be doing the energy update for the December full moon in Cancer. So, friends, what an enthralling way to bid adieu to the year. The full moon of December 26th is brimming with warmth, harmony, and an energizing positive vibe. Yes, I'm grateful to hear that. I'm just gonna, here we go. That's a little better. So with that, friends, it's my sincerest hope that you bask in its illuminating rays, allowing them to permeate and nourish every facet of your being with a particular emphasis on your emotional wellness. So, friends, it's common knowledge that the full moon in Cancer often invokes heightened sensitivity. So, even if you find your emotions riding a roller coaster, remember that the cosmos is wholeheartedly backing you up to restore equilibrium and discover the hidden blessings. So stay positive, my friends. And I know it can be sometimes challenging. This full moon is also known as the cold moon. It is a time to focus on how we feel as we focus on completing the year. As the cold moon rises, it signals a period of introspection and self discovery. It's the perfect time to explore your emotions and prepare yourself for the close of the year. So, my friends, dare to be vulnerable, muster your courage, and continue to be authentic. This is a great opportunity to harness your intuition, to steer through these final days of the year, letting yourself seek comfort and security, love and understanding that we are possibly yearning for. But remember, it starts with you, my friends. So gift this to yourself first and then radiate them out to others. So during this time, beware of any kind of non beneficial aspects or any kind of unnecessary drama and any kind of maybe individuals possibly evading accountability for their actions. Just make sure to stay in compassion and loving kindness and use discernment. Be prudent with whom you choose to spend time with. Focus on charting your own course, friends, without casting judgment or nurturing unrealistic expectations. Surround yourself with individuals who share your beliefs and values. Appreciate the lessons learned and the chances for growth and transformation they've offered. Find joy in hope itself. And if something feels off, friends, then use your tools, use your intuition. And if it's not beneficial and you're being called to move, then don't stick around. Instead, turn inward, recognizing your intuitive abilities, your strength, your inner beauty. Let gratitude and admiration be your compass instead of rather seeking the solace externally outside of you. And now might also be the perfect time to devote attention to something in your immediate surroundings that yearns for improvement or appreciation. So, with this comes the radiance of a Sirius full moon. And just in case you didn't know, there exists a star called Sirius that even outshines our sun. So, this fascinating celestial body holds a special place in many ancient cultures who have meticulously erected monuments that align with Sirius. Numerous narratives speak of enlightened entities descending from Sirius, bestowing upon us their superior wisdom and knowledge. So, considering astrology, Sirius, often referred to as our spiritual sun, possesses a compelling dynamic. And when activated, it releases an immense energetic influence that can pierce our light body and elevate our frequency. So, with this, then, Sirius energy is incredible light with the potentials to kindle, enhanced cognition, activate, and fortify our intuition, our intuitive senses, and foster greater liberty in our lives. I'll say yes to all that, my friends. And the potent energy stream has additional beneficial dimensions. It can also bolster our problem solving skills, navigate us through complex issues, enhance our ability to tap into our intuition, and dismantle obstacles that prevents us from owning our truth. I'll say yes to all that too. And on December 26th, we are set for a celestial rendezvous as the full moon aligns perfectly with Sirius. The alignment activates and channels Sirius energy directly into our consciousness, giving the full moon's strong association with our emotional state. This is where the influence of the Sirius energy will be most noticeable. So expect to encounter emotional purging. A deep wellspring of inspiration to manage ongoing struggles may surface. Rich energetic insights into the lessons of our emotions try to convey may be revealed as well. So make sure to use your tools and discernment and understanding also some of the nuances that the information that the emotions may be bringing, or there might just also be a purging of letting go of emotions that may have been stuffed or repressed, suppressed, and are just simply wanting to be released. So that way new energy can come in. So with this though, use your tools, strive for a balanced and non-reactive emotional framework, which will better equip us to harness the bounty of these energies effectively, my friends. And within this, when we expect to encounter emotional purging, a deep wellspring of inspiration is really wanting to come out to manage the ongoing struggles of any surface and providing then rich energetic insights into our lessons that our emotions are really trying to convey to us. So with this, let yourself use the tools. And also for those naturally endowed with intuitive or psychic or sensitive abilities, this full moon promises to bring even more and may also animate your dreams, elevate your heightened senses, and amplify your clairvoyance. With that being said, if you are somebody who's interested in strengthening your intuition, or maybe you've always wanted to have spiritual experiences, or even if you don't believe, you may find yourself having some more psychic experiences. Just recently, the other day, I have a friend that reached out to me, and he's always been interested in hearing some of my experiences, but hadn't experienced anything himself. And he had a psychic experience, a telepathic experience, and it just was really great to hear. And also at the same time, he had those moments of like, I don't know, it was really weird and maybe it didn't happen. And it's just so funny about what our human can do and how it wants to doubt the information or the abilities. So with that, friends, just make sure to use your tools. And if you are having first time experiences, I just really recommend working with practitioners that can support you understanding the nuances. And then also, with that, when you are having experiences, I know it's so easy to want to negate yourself or be like, no, that didn't really happen. The more that you lean in, because I know it can be a little uncomfortable at first, like what just happened and how did I know that information, or how did I get that premonition? And I know it can be a little uncomfortable at first, but the more that you lean into the discomfort to understand it, the easier it becomes, and the more your intuition expands, and the more you're able to work with the tools and the gifts. So, and everybody has the ability. So let yourself lean in it. With this, the full moon this week also sees a noteworthy influence from Jupiter, which serenely aligns in terms of the formation with the lunar force. Jupiter, known for its capacity to amplify and electrify, is set to bolster the energies vibrating from both the full moon and Sirius, adding a dynamic layer to how we feel and react to these cosmic flows and forces, my friends. Historically, Jupiter has held an esteemed status as the bringer of good luck and benevolence in the astrological realm. The ancients postulated that a powerful display of Jupiter in our skies meant then an incoming wave of prosperity and fortunate tides. So let's embrace that outlook in terms of the enhanced positivity of bringing in prosperity and fortunate tides. I'll say yes to all that, please. So that's really great news. And just know then you also, with any of this information, you can also set your intentions with this to support, so say if you have any kind of blocks to prosperity. So you can ask during the full moon or any time to clear the blocks to prosperity, and then ask to strengthen in the ability for you to receive the abundance and prosperity that is already coming in for your highest good. So, with this, then, this week could be influenced positively by this energy emanating from Jupiter. So, as we approach the full moon, why not take this as a prompt to recognize and appreciate the profusion of just abundance or something that is coming into your life that is possibly making your life richer in different ways, and really getting into that gratitude of what is enriching your life. Because the more that you expand yourself in gratitude to acknowledge the abundance that is coming into your life, the more that you're going to actually be a magnetic to allow yourself to receive it. And even however it comes, just today, I received a holiday card. Actually, I received a holiday gift, and in the gift, there was a card for me, and there was also a card for my dog. And I've received gifts for my dog in the past, but this was actually a card to my dog. And when I opened it up, there was a note to my dog. And then on the side, there were two $5 bills taped to the side. And friends, it just brought me such joy because I was like, my dog is receiving abundance. This is amazing. This is amazing. And there have been, and also brought me back to moments in the past when relatives, when I was a child, and relatives gave me cards with money taped on it. And it just was such a heartwarming moment for me in so many ways. And I found myself laughing with joy and appreciation and gratitude for this moment. And I also realized there have been times that I've said to my dog, girl, we gotta let you bring some money in so you can pay for your treats. And now I realize that that intention has just manifested. She just brought some money in to pay for her treats. And I'm really excited to go to the pet store this week with her. So that way she can pick out her treats, and we can utilize the money that she received to pay for these treats. And I'm just really excited that how intentions really work, and the universe works, and just brought in so much joy and appreciation. So again, the more that you acknowledge what you are receiving and connect the story dots, the more that you'll be able to receive. And with this joy, it just brought even greater joy for me because I called, my neighbor who gifted me the gift. I called my neighbor, and I just told my neighbor how much joy it brought. And we were laughing just at this notion that my dog, Boo, she just received a holiday gift, and now she gets to go and treat herself when we go to the pet store this week. So, anyway, my friends, just really latch on to that beneficial aspect of that spirit of gratitude, because this just really enables this enabling act not only aligns us with a higher frequency, but also it ensures we continue to bring in and revel in blessings, big and small, because we're allowing ourselves to receive them effortlessly for the highest good, and allowing ourselves to attract it. So, having also the distinction of being this year's final full moon, what you may find worthwhile is reflecting on all that you've cherished throughout 2023. And I know that this year for many have been really challenging. There have just been many moments that have felt really like high highs and low lows this year. And it can be really sometimes difficult when you've had a year like this where it just feels like, especially the last 3 months. And I know when I did the energy update, I think it was like in September, and the guides were talking about the next 3 months were going to be rocky. I was like, okay. I've been through that rocky road before. Y'all, I mean, I was not, it's like that humbling experience of the human. I was not expecting it. And you know, and it is definitely difficult in October, but I have to tell you, December, it was challenging for me. And there are some there's just some, you know, non-beneficial like cycles that are being called to be cleared that are actually from my maternal and paternal lineages. And it's about being a change maker. And wow, talk about the discomfort of recognizing it and realizing it, that these patterns are still in place, patterns that I thought, you know, were in my rear view mirror. Mm. Yeah, and really coming up to rear its head the last couple of weeks, and it's been really difficult at times, and I've had to really hold on in terms of the tools, and it has been challenging. So with that said, I don't say any of this lightly when I say, you know, having the distinction of being this year's final full moon, you know, reflecting on something that you can find that has been worthwhile and that you've cherished through 2023. Because I know it's been hard in a lot of ways, but taking a retrospective stroll through each month and honoring your perceived, you know, gratitude that you can, or maybe even if you even look at it like honoring some of the victories, or honoring how you've moved through obstacles, or how you overcame, or any other, you know, numerous unforeseen events, and or just simply honoring that maybe you're still here and you're doing this living thing, and wow, it's been rough. And even honoring that, you know, just letting yourself find that gratitude. And you know, one of the reasons why I shared the story about my dog is because it just brought such delight, and it brought delight, and it just brought beauty in terms of how things can grace our lives, and it helped really shift a perspective and just attuned Emia once again to the miracle mindedness of how amazing, you know, life can be in those unexpected moments of just opening up, the simple act of opening up a card and seeing a note that is written to your dog, and seeing, you know, two $5 bills taped on the side. And it's just this remembrance of like, wow, you know, this is a miracle mindedness moment of just how much gratitude I have for us being here in this experience. And I'm getting a little teary eyed, just in terms of how much I felt that in my heart. So, with that, my friends, I really, really encourage you, try to take some time to be retrospective, to kind of stroll through each month and honoring anything that you can be grateful for. And if you can, delighting in the beauty that has graced your life, and letting yourself see any kind of miracles that did happen, or any shifting that did happen. And then also, just to know, just a reminder that full moons, lunar events can be really potent triggers to release things, for release, which then allows the liberation from, you know, old aspects that have maybe been anchoring us that are no longer beneficial. And then with the full moon, it can support releasing that old anchor to let the light come in for the highest good, which then allows you to shift to a higher vibrational frequency, lets you shift to a higher consciousness, and lets yourself expand, and let you move towards and evolve in the future in a whole different way, because you're letting go of things that may have been burdening you in this moment, but you're going to be free in that next present moment, shifting into the future. So at this time, then, Jupiter's energies are really reinforcing the process more than ever. Your introspection may unmask certain behaviors, mindsets, or stuff that you need to shed from your existence. So, my friends, the question to ask is, you know, what do we wish to release? What do we wish to no longer carry? And with that, craft your intentions and allow the powerful rays and transformative beams of the full moon to carry them away for you. And you also, if you use meditation, energy healing, you can layer in energy healing, layering in Reiki. As you know, I am I'm a big proponent for layering all these tools because for me, it really works and calls to me, but do what feels right for you. Also, with this full moon, it's bringing in a comforting and nourishing essence, affirming our belief that we are exactly at the place we are meant to, which also can be feeling really supportive and help us with groundedness. Also, in this, then, this celestial event really prompts us to reflect on the soul nurturing aspects of our surroundings. So it's time to ask yourself, my friends, is your environment nourishing your spirit, making it flourish? Is it supporting your human? Are the people around you lifting you up, eliciting the best version of you? And vice versa, my friends. Are you also lifting others up and eliciting the best version of them? And so check in to see what's happening in your environment. And then also by intending to infuse your environments with that healing light, with positive light energy, with that light energy coming in and beauty, you can transform your space significantly. You can also then support transforming your relationships, because when you recognize the energy that may be in between you and your space or in your relationships, you can ask to transform the energy. If there's any kind of stagnant energy or negative energy, you can ask the negative energy to be cleared, letting the light to come in, bringing in inspiration and peace or revitalization, or in terms of strengthening the connection, whatever it is that you want as a co-creator in this space with the universe. So let yourself take some time to write intentions. Also, with this, friends, also by doing this, it just, when you're setting intentions, it just also is amplifying your efforts and then bringing in inspiration in your connection with the universe. That's why I always encourage people to take time and to do it, because each day is a new opportunity. What is it that you wish to be in as a co-creator? And so even then, setting goals centered around establishing a harmonious home and family and friend life, and also letting yourself explore ways to reorganize your surroundings, aligning them with the type of energy you're looking to draw into your life. Which that could also mean maybe it's time to clean out some closets, make some space. Maybe it's time to, if there's clothing that you've been holding on to that's no longer serving you and is taking up space, and it's taking up also holding on to memories with that clothing, maybe it's time to let it go. I have some many of you know that I worked in production and television production, and I had some t-shirts that I was just holding on to for my production days, like set t-shirts. One of them was from the show X Factor, Fox show X Factor, when I worked on that. And it just literally said X Factor. We had to wear them when we worked on set. And I don't even know, I had quite a few of them. And yes, it just would bring up a lot of memories, and I wasn't wearing them and I was holding on to them for years, and finally I let myself release them, and I felt a huge weight was really just released from it. I did a huge Reiki clearing out ceremony with it. And then I blessed them, and I gave them away, and I felt hugely relieved. And a big part of it was, yes, I have like amazing memories from that show, but it was a show that I worked almost a year straight on, or over a year, and working 80-hour weeks, 7 days a week. And a big part of my work PTSD was cultivated on that show. And so anytime I saw the t-shirts, I just would immediately go into kind of a freeze mode, or I could feel my nervous system start to feel overwhelmed. And it just wasn't really beneficial for me at some point just to be storing these t-shirts. And so anyway, I did a whole clearing out. I share that because, maybe there's something in your life that you're being called and you're ready to let go of. And so that way, then, with it, in terms of your environment, when you're allowing yourself to clear out things from your environment that's no longer beneficial, you're actually then allowing to nourish the space to allow it to then make it flourish. So let yourself take some time, and also set some intentions and goals and explore ways to reorganize your surroundings, align yourself with the type of energy you're looking to draw into your life. And with that, friends, it doesn't mean that you also have to be really hard or harsh with things. You can be in loving kindness and compassion and have healthy boundaries and be in joy and peace as you are doing these things. So the imminent full moon carries delicate energies that could potentially stir our emotional depths. However, my friends, the overarching sentiment is that the celestial event is a beautiful reminder of standing strong in our individuality, effortlessly shedding what no longer serves our purpose. And as we bid farewell to 2023, this full moon appears to be a generous gift from the cosmos, ushering us into the vibrancy of 2024. It's a warm invitation for you to bask in its high frequency energies, which will be amplified by Sirius, our spiritual sun. And my friends, I really hope you manage to soak in these powerful, transformative vibrations for your highest good. And to support you doing so, I do have a brand new December full moon in Cancer Reiki energy healing meditation as well. It's also layered with Hertz music. It is going to be up on my podcast, The Inspiring You Show. You can find that link if you are listening on social media. You can find that in the link tree, or if you're listening on my podcast, then you can just head right to the next episode. No matter what, my friends, just take some time to receive the full moon blessings and much love, light, and Reiki blessings. Until we meet again, my friends.